Good evening everyone. Thought I'd do an update and show you how the goats are progressing and give you some feedback on how my structure is working here. I've ended up putting another post there. I really should probably attach it to the shelter. Davey does like to jump up there, and the only problem I'm having is him. He is my main problem. And it's harder to contain bucks. That's just all there is to it. In fact, he just got out then, but that was something had happened down there with the electric fence, so it was all loose. So we just had to get him back in again. Actually, I can't say they're all Davey, because Laura, my big doe, she actually knocked this whole area down this morning. So I've now tied this onto the IBC cage, and I was still noticing that Davey was actually pushing on the middle of the welded mesh panel, which makes sense. It has no structure, so he was bending it out, so that didn't go well. So I've now got that pool fencing panel there, which seems to have eased the problem, if nothing else. Yeah, there's a few challenges. It's not working 100% the way I'd like it to, and I've had two escapees, one being Laura and one being Davey, but they're eating the grass down nicely. I've still got a few more days. Although I am giving them hay as well, because too much fresh green grass can give them the runs, which is never a good thing. But yes, I have definitely decided that once Davey has done his job with these two girls, once I'm certain that Davey's done his job with these two girls, which will basically be I either see it happening or he's been in here for a month, then I will be selling him. He's just becoming a little bit too... I could put him in my freezer, but he's going to be way too goaty. Hormone levels are way too high in that little boy. I mean, he's a gorgeous goat, and he does make lovely babies, but the fencing on this property just will not contain him, because this property is set up for horses and cows, which is what the previous owners have, or had. Actually, no, they still have them here, and yeah, long story. So that's the decision for today, that I will definitely be changing out my buck, and it's time that I do that anyway. I need a buck that I can have with Marbella, which I can't use Davey. At least I shouldn't use Davey, because Davey is her son, and his two daughters are also on the property. So once Missy and Laura are in kid, I will find a new home for this little boy. And it could just be that he's gotten a little bit older, and that this is normal with the older bucks. I don't know. But he is probably coming up on 2 now. He was super friendly last year. Now he's getting very butty and quite aggressive. Likes to butt his house around and butts into the fences and rears up, and I do not like that. It's not good around kids. And it's going to be very hard for Matthew specifically to see Davey go, because he's always liked Davey. Although Davey is causing all of us some problems at the moment. So yes, hopefully I can find someone that wants to use him as a breeder. Even someone that might like to do a goat swap. That would work well. But he's too old to weather now. So yes, if you know anyone that's looking for a very pretty buck, there's Davey. So yeah, if I had the option of having him on a chain in here, I probably would. But the way I've got the fence set up, it's not really going to work. I could move the fence so that it's going around one of the poles that are concreted into the ground and then put a chain on that, because then the girls could come to him when they want some attention, but I don't think it's really going to work. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with the goats at this stage. This property just is not set up. Our previous property was set up for goats, and even then we had problems with the fencing. This property is not set up for goats. And at the moment, with my physical impairments due to the car accident and other things, I'm not in a position to be putting star pickets in all over the place at the moment, and Gavin's got his hands full doing other things like fixing the drainage so that it works. So maintaining the goats is up to me, basically. He helps me here and there when it's small jobs, like he did the whippersnipping around here for me. But the animals are mostly my responsibility. Matthew helps me a fair bit with them, but he's only 11, so there's only so much that he can do. So at this stage I will possibly end up downsizing the herd to just Marbella and Mary. So they're the two that I'm milking at the moment. Both those girls will stay in nicely with the 4 strands of wire, which still leaves the problem of the hard ground. But yeah, got a few challenges with the goats. But it's getting late. You have a great day. Any comments, questions or suggestions, leave them below. And hopefully if I get a couple of days where I don't have to do stuff with goats constantly, I'll be able to get into the aquaponics. Which is a whole new level of issues, especially now that we've had all the fish die. I'll leave a link up there explaining that. Here comes Mr. Butthead. What's he going to do? He's not a bad goat, he's just a boy. Anyway, you have a great day. Bless you.